Okay, so there's this guy. He's well known as a huckster. For example, just in the last month or so, he's been peddling magic amulets online for $239 a piece to protect you from, I don't know, airport Wi-Fi.
Hello, I'm just back from Narnia, where I had a holiday, Mr. Tumnus, Aslan, all those guys. And as you know, airports are places full of Wi-Fi and all sorts of evil energies. Think of all the phones out there, all of the signals, corruptible and corrupting. Luckily, I wear this magical amulet from AirsTech that keeps me safe.
But this guy also has a history of being a complete lech.
I feel like I'm in a cartoon in which someone's about to get seduced.
Not me.
Maybe
I'm a
me.
very good girl.
Are you good? I don't think God would give you that body and then give you sort of morality.
Stop.
Are you married?
No.
Are you in a sexual relationship?
No.
Stand by.
Then there's hope.
Given that this guy is a complete lech, a womanizer, it's not surprising when multiple allegations of sexual assault and rape emerge. One woman claims he raped her in his house. There are several allegations. Eventually, the police recommend that prosecutors charge this fellow. And there is an ongoing investigation into these allegations against him. Shortly after all these allegations of rape and sexual assault become public, this fellow says that he's had a dramatic conversion to Christianity. And at that time, he openly admits that he was a lech, that he interacted with women in a way that was utterly immoral, that he used them, that he was a womanizer. But he steadfastly refuses to accept any of the claims of his multiple accusers. And he, in fact, claims that their allegations that he sexually assaulted them or raped them are, quote, extremely egregious and aggressive attacks. So, as a new Christian, he will admit everything that he's done except anything that could have legal implications or repercussions. So, in this scenario, this guy has a history of being a huckster. Has an admitted history of being a womanizer, of being a lech, of using women for his own sexual satisfaction and aggrandizement. And there are also multiple allegations from different women that he raped or sexually assaulted them. And those allegations are being investigated currently by the police. How serious do you think that we should take those allegations? Very seriously, presumably, right? Would you offer your pulpit, your church platform, to give this man an opportunity to share his new teaching about the Christian faith, a faith that he just converted to a few months ago? I mean, of course not. You'd never do that because you'd think, I don't know whether he's genuinely converted or not. I don't know yet whether he sexually assaulted or raped anybody or not. But surely at this time, it would not be wise to open up your church, to give a platform to this individual pending the outcome of an investigation. And even after that, think about this. Prosecutors decide all the time not to press charges because sexual assault cases, rape cases are notoriously difficult to prosecute. And the threshold of evidence is beyond a reasonable doubt. The fact that a prosecutor may decide, based upon a reasonable likelihood of conviction, not to press charges does not of itself provide evidence on the balance of probabilities that the individual did not commit the act which has been alleged. And just to think about this for a moment, think about your child in kindergarten. The grade one teacher at the school there were allegations that that teacher had molested one of the children. Prosecutor, the regional prosecutor ultimately decided not to press charges against that grade one teacher. How comfortable would you nonetheless be in sending your child to that classroom? How comfortable should you be with outstanding allegations of sexual abuse, assault, rape? in extending your platform to a new convert to Christianity who has a history of womanizing, who has a history of hucksterism, who just happens to deny all the things that would have legal repercussions? How comfortable would you be extending your pulpit to that individual? Of course, all those calculations change if the person that we're talking about is a famous, charismatic person. Here's Russell Brand talking about his newfound Christian faith and how he treated women, speaking in a church context.
I've paid for sex before. I've slept with. I will not say I've slept with prostitutes because I would not denigrate those women with that term. I prostituted them. I participated in sin. I objectified them. So keen to worship at false altars that I allowed myself and other people to be denigrated. I desecrated his code. The one word that hit me so hard in Corinthians when Paul says to them, did you not know that your body is a temple? It's the did you not know that gets me. Did you not know that your body is a temple? Did no one tell you that it's sacred, that you are beautiful? You can't have known, otherwise you wouldn't live like that. You can't have known that you are loved, so loved that he would do that for you. He did that for us. Let's not carry on doing the stuff that he got nailed up there for.
Okay, so we got an infamous womanizer who openly admits he quote unquote prostituted women, used women repeatedly, abused women, has a history of hucksterism, and multiple independent accounts of sexual assault and rape from different women. And these accounts have sufficient prima facie credibility that the police are asking the prosecutor to charge this individual. In addition, he's been a Christian for just a few months. I don't know how much spiritual wisdom you managed to gather in terms of exegeting the scriptures and teaching them within a few months. But given all that, this individual is now being platformed in many churches. And Christians who would issue a caution to that often receive the reprimand, well, who are you to judge? Everybody's sinned. Who are you to throw the first stone? Do not judge lest you be judged. But of course, it's not about that. Again, I don't know if Russell Brand has had a genuine conversion or not. It's not for me to say. What is for me to say is it is extraordinarily irresponsible to give him a platform, uh, given his history and given that he's had no time to become a learned Christian teacher. Let these investigations sort themselves out. And I will say, I'm going to, at this point, side on behalf of the women. The person who says he prostituted women, I think it's more likely than not that at times he sexually assaulted women and perhaps that he raped women. At the very least, you should not be platforming him uh, while those investigations are ongoing. It's not just about Russell Brand, of course. This is about the church, really. And the pressing lack of wisdom and discernment of so many in the church, simply because a man who happens to have some degree of charisma and fame claims to have been converted, and now the red carpet gets rolled out. And this is exactly how, in churches, abusive and narcissistic personality disorder, people, I should say, people with narcissistic personalities and maybe narcissistic personality disorder do become empowered and do end up causing a litany of harm within the church.